Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
The following series is outlandish, unapologetic, and uncut. Listener discretion is advised, but not enforced. How many you got in your band anyway, CM?
It varies from time to time. We call on kind of some underground vocalists from time to time, and I've definitely done some collabs with Dark 83 himself, with Suge Music, up there in Jersey as well. So, and I have one vocalist that I use for kind of some eerie background kind of voices, who's actually in Japan. So we're kind of worldwide, kind of universe wide sometimes.
Oh, but that's what I like to see. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut in there for a minute. I was like, yeah, I like that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I like to pull from, various places, and I've used sound samples from out in nature too. I've got a field recorder, but I end up doing all the mixing and editing down. So,
yeah, nice. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, speaking of which, I remember Boots and Pants, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is a little small backstory about that. There's a guy on my team who likes to go to techno shows, or used to, and he used to do the whole scene, and he described it as Boots and Pants. And so I was like, well, I've got a pretty endless creative mind, and I made a track called Boots and Pants. And so I used his voice, and he's now out there on Spotify. So
pretty awesome. And not only that, I think you used somebody else's voice that was in this room right now with you.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. How can we forget that sound sample? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this fit. It's gonna work. I have a explicit version that I didn't release, and then I have the edited for public consumption version that I did release. So
nice. Hey, I can't wait to hear that Renegade version sometime. Like I said, there are times where I'm like, it's jams. Let jams be unrated. Why not? Go on.
Yeah. Unedited, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, speaking of which, I want to tell you this before we dive into it. Hangouts is actually unlimited.
Oh, it is?
It's unedited. But yeah, I like unlimited better.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Speaking of which, though, my dude, we're ahead of the game here. So, okay, fine. We'll team up. I'm J-Man, and this is J360 Hangouts here on
J360 Radio.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? Welcome to another J360 Hangouts. I'm your host, J-Man, of course, and this time I'm going to be chilling with a phenomenal guest. I've been meaning to get this person on this show for quite some time here. And you know what better way to make history, because we're all on the road to Jamiversary, believe it or not. It'll get here before you know it. one of the Jam fam is on here, and his name is Celestial Molliwop, best representative of his whole genre. Big fan, just great all around person. Not to mention the people that he brought into the Jam fam too. Brother, come on in. Let everybody in the J360 Legion know what you're all about.
Hey there, what's up, J360 Legion? This is the mind behind Celestial Molliwop. How are y'all tonight? It's good to be here with the man himself, Jay Brady.
You know it, my dude. Ha! This is awesome. I've been looking forward to this. Like, man, you have no idea. Been very excited about this one. And finally got you here. I love it when a plan comes together. So what's been new with you, my man? Like, what's been happening? What's going down?
Well, so as the J360 fam knows, Invasion dropped March 11th. I went through quite a bit of personal things in between my last album and this album. And since this is J360 unedited and this is me, I went through a very, very serious time in life where I self-referred for some addiction problems that I was having. And the result of that was Invasion. So I have songs on there that I recorded when I was still pretty under the influence of alcohol, some drugs. And for some reason, I was able to write music before rehab. And then after rehab, I wrote the rest of the album. And so this album was kind of a crossroads in my life, if you will. And yeah, despite all the dark and heavy rehab and all that stuff, I was able to pull through and actually make some music that was actually pretty good for a sober mind. I was worried about making music sober because I used to use it as kind of a crutch when I would drink and make music. It was kind of my outlet. And so I actually stayed away from writing music for a couple months after rehab. And then when I came back to it, I was a little scared to make music, but the result was phenomenal for me. And I hope the rest of the world who listens to it or listens to the interview can see maybe some of the work that went into it, or my progression anyway. So.
Oh, I know I did, brother. I mean, because that stuff was on point. I love Invasion. I like to say that's on the list next to Medscapes in terms of favorite albums from you. You get one drift, my man? You are phenomenal. And not to mention the cult personality that's around you. And I'm glad you recovered, man, because, you know, as I'm going about doing things and stuff, because allegedly it's safe to travel now. So as I get out here, I hope to meet a lot of y'all in the Jam fam so we can go and put on some killer shows. And definitely you on it.
Oh, that's much appreciated. And I know live shows they've been brought up before. And with other disclosures on my end, I'm in a kind of a top tier of the military, and with some diagnoses that came down, I'm going to be getting separated from the military. So I'm looking at the bright side. I could do some tours. I could show up in a city near you. I'm going to have lots of time on my hands too. So,
man, that's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait, dude. Shoot, like I'm looking forward to a team up. I really am. Not that we don't have one right now, but more team ups. You get my drift?
Oh, absolutely.
Hey,
absolutely. I see
it. Oh yes. Oh man, yeah, I'm with you. I was gonna say this too, you know, because I know you a Wolverine fan. I know you are. You know, remember when Magneto took all that adamantium out of Wolverine in a comic book panel and stuff?
I do.
He was actually scared. Wolverine was actually scared of going back in the Danger Room because he thought he didn't have claws anymore. And you know what freaking happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brother had bone claws.
Yep.
He was twice as dangerous. I'm telling you that right now, dude. The fact that you actually recovered and came back like that, you are Wolverine, ain't you? That's all there is to it.
Logan Howlett, man, in the flesh. Sometimes I can really associate with it, you know. Yeah, he came back with his bone claws, and guess what? He's maybe even more lethal because of what he went through, you know?
Oh, yes. And it didn't affect his mind like anything. He still had that strategic army-based mind, bruh. Not to mention all the lives he lived. So yeah, like right off the bat, it was good that you recovered like that. And not only that, it takes a strong will and determination to do so. So you always got my high regard and respect on that. And I'm glad you're still making music.
Yeah, that really means a lot to me. Because I'm not a lot of the people I surround myself with aren't huge popular people. They're underground people who have a story to tell with their music and their lives. And that to me means more than chasing a genre or, chasing ratings or paying for your stuff to get on playlists. I like the grassroots approach. It's much more rewarding, and you meet some really amazing people down here in this underground world. And even me being here right now with you is super rewarding.
Hey, thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot,
absolutely.
Like that's our job, man. We keep it alive. We shape the culture, right? And ain't got nothing to worry about with the manufactured mainstream over there. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hole, bro. It's a hole, bro. But what I want to do is get a little bit of an origin here, my man. So what started you out in creating music? Like, where did you get your beginning in the name Celestial Molliwop? I think that's what everybody really wants to know.
Yeah, so I can start with the name of that project. It was 2 deployments ago. I have a small Samsung tablet that, it's about the size of a small notebook. And I downloaded FL Studio Mobile because I'd heard the Stranger Things soundtrack. I happened to come across Mega Drive's I Am the Program, which is, it's got like 6 million views or something. He's sitting there up on his throne, and I was listening to these synthwave songs that were, retro sounding, and I was born in '84, and so I have a little bit of that in my blood already, kind of the Blade vibes, and I was like, how are these people making music make it sound like they made it in the '80s with all these old synthesizers? And so I started doing my research, and I downloaded FL Studio, started messing around with some beats, and I let one of my friends on my team listen to some music, and he's like, so are you going to like make a band and like a one-man band? And I was like, I kind of want to make it sound, spacey, Spacewave. And I kind of want to put the name Celestial in it. And he's like, well, damn, dude, it feels like my ears just got mollywopped by it. And I was like, there it is. Celestial Molliwop. We're going to slap your ears from space. So the Molliwop from space, that's how it came about. 2018, I think, in the late fall. So that's how the name came.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is history was made, boy. Love that.
Yeah. And prior to that, I have been musical here and there my whole life. I played piano, I played a recorder, I played clarinet, I was in 2 bands, I played drums, and I played bass, and I actually did lead vocals for a band in Oregon, and we opened for some pretty big shows up in Portland, and then I was gone from music for years, and it wasn't until I picked up that tablet and made The Search, which was the first album, and released it, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I did research as much as I could on how to get a distributor, but on that tablet, I just kind of went with my ear, and I will say it's rough to listen to, but it's fun to watch the progression as the band has moved along through the years. So
nice. Yeah. Which actually lumps into my other question, like how many albums has Celestial Molliwop made over the years?
So since, let's see, it was May of 2019, that's when The Search came out. So since 2019, we've produced 7 albums.
All right, lucky number, man. 7.
Yes. 7 is the power number.
You know it. Hey, get this. Lucky Bastard Fever, right? I tried to give you a title for another name.
Yeah. There we go. Like it.
Oh, man. Ain't nothing like that 777 shot. But then again, I ain't trying to go ahead and talk about, how to get more money.
Yeah.
No, I can save that for a book when I'm old. But I love your story, man. It's just amazing, how all that stuff came together. And, you got the ear, you got the skill set. And, as we go into it, though, the album that we're going to be looking into, of course, is Invasion. So we got 4 tracks from Invasion happening tonight. And if any of y'all haven't heard Invasion, you're going to get a taste right now. And the first track we're going to look into is called One of One. Now, do you have a story behind this you want to share before we get into that?
Kind of. The song, it kind of stood alone with the patterns that I created, and it was just as it sounds. It was a one of one. It was kind of a one shot track. I didn't have to do a lot of back editing, and just the uniqueness of it to me. It was one of the first tracks I think that I put together where I wasn't pulling the rest of my hair out, just trying to organize everything and going into the master and then having to, go back into the mixing process. It was one and done, one and one. And so I just named it One of One, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the album, because with that one song, a lot of things just clicked. And me as a producer, I started seeing things a lot more clear, like vision of how my signature sound to be. And so that was just kind of the pace setter for the album, which is One of One, and off I went. So yeah, that's the story behind that one, really.
Sweet. Let's go ahead and give the audience a taste of it, because that's your track, ladies and gentlemen. One of One by Celestial Molliwop. Take it away. Okay, that was One of One by Celestial Molliwop. Now he's one in and we got 3 to go, but that was an awesome track, right? Way to set the pace for Invasion. And speaking of Celestial Molliwop, CM is right here with me.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
My man, this is going to be very amazing. By the way, I remember you telling me that you have some music videos happening soon, right? So, hey, talk to the audience about what you got going on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So, the Red Queen Effect turned out to be a pretty good song, and I was approached by a friend of mine who does animations, and he asked if he could do an animation video for the Red Queen Effect. It happened to be his favorite song off the album. And I said, yeah, hell yeah, why not? So he's got a program, and I've acted out all the scenes for the video, and then I found a character that you can animate. And I've done some rigging and animations before on Blender. Very, very limited. But the stuff that my friend's going to do, Suge, he's been on the 360 show before with his music. He's going to be able to animate all my movements and use various characters for this video for the Red Queen Effect. It's in the works right now. There'll be posts on Instagram, and it'll probably be on his YouTube channel as well as the Celestial Molliwop channel. So that's the hot news on that track.
Nice. Something to definitely look forward to. And I'm starting to think of some ideas myself. Don't worry, you can't see this right now, but I have stroking my beard right now and got that, traditional J-Man grin on my face.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think we're two pretty creative guys. I'm sure we could do 2 complete spin-offs of the same song. The Red Queen Effect is actually I think it came out in 1973, and it was a study in evolutionary biology, and it's pretty much Darwinism. To sum it up, it's pretty much survival of the fittest. It says that species have to constantly adapt in order to survive, or they get killed off.
Very true.
And so, with that being in mind, I've studied some evolutionary genetics and biology, and it just kind of popped in my head one day when I was writing, as things do, and then all of a sudden it became a song. So that, with that theme of that theory or postulation in mind, that is what the video will kind of portray. But I don't want to give away too many secrets.
oh no, don't do that, man. I mean, you telling us enough right here to go ahead and keep the thing exciting, and plus, we're going to let the song do the talking, because that's the next track happening right now. Coming up is The Red Queen Effect by Celestial Molliwop. Take it away. that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Red Queen effect. Make sure you adapt to what the changes are and evolve like a Pokemon, because if you don't, you left behind, punk ass man. Unless you're one of that weird turtle one that doesn't evolve. And no, I ain't talking about Squirtle. Y'all know better. Get it right. Speaking of which, though, Celestial Molliwop is still with me right here in the room, my man. Yeah, that was another awesome heavy hitter there. You did a great job on that one.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I know the Legion appreciates you too, brother. But you know what? There's a third one on here, and I would like for you to introduce it. But I gotta say, man, what brought it on? Was it Fright Night? Come on. Was it?
It might have been a little bit of Fright Night.
My man, that's a classic.
Yes, indeed. There's quite a few influences on that song. I do have some dark synth influences. But I also have a World of Warcraft background. I was ranked 6th on a 66,000 person server for my tanking. I was very, very competitive. I am a nerd. And this particular track is named after a racial attribute for Death Knights, which is a species that you can play, or I'm having a brain blank right now. It's a type of
class that you can play as.
Class. I quit almost 10 years ago. So one of the racial. Yeah, it got too easy. I was playing when it was hard mode.
Well, yeah. By the time they did that one where they had Kung Fu Pandas in there, it kind of got nerfed. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I was hanging around too, man. I was the best level 7 you ever could have. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there, but Call of Duty was there too, so, I had to take my picks.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta show some love here, show some love there. Yep.
Mm-hmm. But I totally understand where you're coming from. But you were for the Horde, right? Or were you for the Alliance?
Oh, I was for the Horde, brother.
God bless you. Yes.
Lock jar. Yeah.
Right? I love being an orc, man. Fucking right.
Yeah, we used to, on the old server, we would go and do the grand tour and raid all the Alliance cities, and that's all we did on that server. And we spent, this is kind of embarrassing, but we spent almost 14 hours. I think it was in Gurabashi, and it was this huge PvP battle that lasted all Thanksgiving weekend when all the other nerds had nothing else to do. And we were the bane of their lives. And we were on the same server that crashed an in-game funeral for one of their people who actually in real life died.
Oh,
and
wow.
They made a bunch of level 1 characters, and we're all at this funeral, and the Horde came in and just killed all the characters during the funeral.
I mean, to be fair, on one end, that's really fucked up. But on the other hand, that's a memory to be made because you're for the Horde. Handling that business.
Yeah, that's totally something to do. Yep. So, Vampiric Blood just kind of came from my nerd background, and it's a racial quality that's built into the Death Knight, and it steals life from your enemy, and gives it back to you as a tank. It's a really valuable little racial skill that not a lot of characters or classes have that. And to throw back to the very first album of Celestial Molliwop, there is a music video that I made that's called Touch of the Grave, and that is a racial quality of an undead character. And I included some screenshots of me fighting the Lich King in there, and the exploits of my monk tank that I absolutely loved, and went pretty far with those characters, so I decided to immortalize them in music. So, but to come back full circle with a Fright Night and some Mega Drive influences, I was kind of channeling all that in that song. So
it's so beautiful, man. I would cry if I had tear ducts. But the thing about it is, since this is the third track of the evening, I always make it a tradition for the guests to present that third track. So, on you, brother. Let me know when you're ready.
This is Vampiric Blood by Celestial Molliwop. Prepare to be frightened.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on the J360 Hangouts. And that was Vampiric Blood by Celestial Molliwop. An awesome track, one of my favorites there. And you know, it's just like, all of a sudden, I really feel like becoming a Belmont and slapping the shit out of Dracula. But first things first, let me bring my guest back in. Hey, Celestial Molliwop, come on back in, my dude.
Hey, what's up?
Not
I'm
much,
here.
man. I feel like becoming Blade again. And you know what? That's why I can't wear leather and shades anymore. I wore shades in that video, but I can't wear leather anymore because everybody was like, hey, Jay, nice Blade cosplay. I'm like, I'm not Blade, damn it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, around freaking downtown with a boombox on his shoulder, dressed like Blade, listening to Vampiric Blood. You could just totally embrace it.
That would be badass. But, like, once again, you know, Wesley Snipes, man, I'm just like, he's a trendsetter and all, and God bless him, but I was trying to be doing my own thing with the leather. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like little things like that.
Yep. I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, though, there's supposed to be a new Blade movie coming.
Oh, I had not heard that.
Mashallah Ali's going to be playing as him. I think it's actually going to be pretty decent if they get everything right.
Yeah, well, we'll see. You know, with the way movies go, sometimes you just kind of hope for the best, you know, and kind of expect them to kind of blow it out their ass sometimes. But hey, it's you can always wait for the next reboot, like we said.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That had a lot of fight to it, didn't it? Like things like that.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
man.
indeed.
Because I'm sitting there thinking that now. I'm like, you know, Deadpool's rated R. I mean, why would you make Blade like... But I know they're probably going to push for that PG-13 rating because, well, why not, right?
Yeah, I feel you. Exactly.
I mean, can't have blood in the damn thing. Oh, that's too much.
Yep. Too much gore and swearing.
Oh, God, no. What about the Christian values? There's a church in the back. The kids! Oh, damn. Is that probably why we couldn't get a... Actually, we did get a decent Spawn movie. I still think it's a little underrated. I thought for its time it was good, don't you?
I do, yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that, yeah, because, yeah, that was a back in the day movie that came out during kind of a good era of movies, I thought. So
yeah, so, you know, 1997, and then Blade comes in 1998, so, yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
I'm just still waiting on that whole, actually, I can't say that. The animated series was, you can't compare the animated series to the movie. You can get away with a lot in the animated, because that animated series was damn good.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was one of my faves, too.
Yeah, especially with Keith David as Spawn. And they brought him back from Mortal Kombat 11. You ever played that?
I don't think I played 11.
Oh, dude, you got to get it. And if you do, let me know, because I think there's crossplay involved.
I might end up having to do that. In the new house I'm getting built, I'm going to have kind of a little theater area. That would be the perfect place to do that. Good
man. Hey, speaking of which, you know, we might as well go ahead and hit him with this last track and go ahead and wrap this great episode up, by the way.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus track. Incoming transmission from J360 Jams. Gravitational Behemoth from Celestial Molliwop.
Well, now, that was Gravitational Behemoth from Celestial Molliwop, part of the Invasion album. Now that you gotten a taste, I know y'all want more of it. Lactate that up, will ya? Go on ahead and check out his Bandcamp so that you can go ahead and take a look at all of the albums. Like, you know, More Money, More Magic, show some support. But while we're on the subject here, once again, Celestial Molliwop, thanks for coming into this awesome hangout sesh tonight. It's good to have you here. Do you have anything else you want to tell the J360 Legion, like where to find you, like what next big hits are coming? You know, lay it all out, man. It's about you.
Next up for Celestial Molliwop, we have been recording in the studio, hot on the tail of the Invasion album, which released March 11th on all platforms. The new work is going to be a 7-song set, and it will be released on all platforms. Additionally, Celestial Molliwop and the epic dark synthwave master Dark 83 have teamed up, and we will be releasing a 4-song EP in late spring or early summer. So stay tuned on social media platforms for updates about that. It's going to be monstrous. Additionally, Celestial Molliwop will be using some string and drum and bass instruments later down the road, and those will be recorded live in the studio. And as we mentioned earlier, the 2 music videos that will be released soon will be for the Red Queen Effect and Addiction Waves. Stay tuned for that. Links where you can find our work is in our bio. So on Instagram, we are at Celestial Molliwop Music, and there's a smart link, and just click on that, and those will direct you to YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. So we look forward to hearing from your feedback out there. We love our fans, and if you haven't already, I mentioned it earlier, check out Space Force Music. They have a song called Robot Love, and the proceeds for that are going to mental health awareness, which Celestial Molliwop and Dark 83, J360, they've all been huge supporters in my personal recovery. And I'd like to shout out to my counselors in Texas, Tammy and Corey, who were huge instrumental pieces in my recovery. So with that, I'll let Jay take back over.
Once again, thanks for a phenomenal episode and showcasing your magic with everybody tonight. This was great, but we got to go ahead and sign off, my dude. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know this. While you all know about the new stuff coming and everything, keep supporting the artists that come on Hangouts or on jams and keep the whole thing going full circle. We got a lot of magic to share with you, and remember, we of the indie crowd shape the culture no matter what they try to tell you. That's what we're here for. So I want to go ahead and say that this is J-Man signing off along with Celestial Molliwop. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.